Computing rates is the section of your notes. Section 1.7, computing rates. So the title of your notes is section 1.7, computing rates. So we've been taking a look at rates, and we know that when you look at rates, a rate is a quantity relationship between two quantities. So we know that a rate is a quantity relationship between two quantities. Okay? For example, 15 miles per hour. 15 miles per hour is the speed limit in the school speed zone. So a rate is a quantity relationship between two quantities. Now go ahead and put a star, and under your star, or next to your star, the keywords we'll see today are per, each, every, one, blank. You'll see one blank, and at this rate, blank. So per, each, every, one, blank, and at this rate, blank. Okay? So there are 3 steps to find rates. 3 steps to find rates. So step 1, when you compute rates, step 1 is create your ratio table. Create your ratio table. That's step 1. Create your ratio table. Okay? And then step 2 is divide to find unit rate. Divide to find unit rate. And your last step is multiply to find new rate. So there are 3 simple steps in finding rates. Step 1 is create your ratio table. Step 2 is divide to find your unit rate. And step 3 is multiply to find new rate. That's it. So these 3 easy steps, you'll be able to compute your rate. So question 1 is, go and write EX1. And EX1 says 30 cookies. 30 cookies. It's making me hungry. It sounds pretty good. 30 cookies every 15 minutes. Okay? And it says find the number of cookies in 42 minutes. 42 minutes. All right? So it just says cookies every 15 minutes. 30 cookies every 15 minutes. And find cookies in 42 minutes. All right? So step 1 says create your ratio table. All right, so let's create our ratio table. So we'll go and start with cookies, C, and M. Now, when you make your ratio table, we've been going sideways. We've been going up and down. We'll draw our ratio table sideways. We know that we have 30 cookies in every 15 minutes. Okay? Now, to find step 2, well, step 1 is finished. Step 2 says divide to find unit rate. Well, if we're looking at minutes here, we're going to try to find the unit rate in minutes here. So 15, how do we get from 15 to 1? Well, divide by 15. And whatever we do to one side, we must do to the other. Divide by 15. And 30 divided by 15. 15 goes into 30 2 times. 15 times 2 is 30, and 30 minus 30 is 0. So your answer is 2 on your unit rate. All right, and then just draw one little box right there. And we're trying to find how many cookies in 42 minutes. So 1 times what? will give you 42. Well, that's 42. So multiply, step 3 says multiply to find new rate. 1 times 42 is 42, and 2 times 42, 42 times 2, and that will give you 84 cookies. So your answer is 84 cookies. That's it. 84 cookies in 42 minutes. Let's go and write example 2. Go and try example 2. And example 2 says on here 4 kicks every 2 minutes. Every 2 minutes. And it says, how many kicks in 25 minutes? How many kicks in 25 minutes? 25 minutes. It's a soccer question. Okay, so 4 kicks every 2 minutes. How many kicks in 25 minutes? We'll go and start with step 1, says create your ratio table. So go and write K for kicks, M for minutes. And we know we can do 4 kicks in every 2 minutes. All right. Now it says in 25 minutes, how many kicks in 25 minutes? So we're going to try to find our unit rate on minutes. So 2, how do you get from 2 to 1? Well, divide by 2. And whatever you do to one side, you must do to the other. So 4 divided by 2 is 2. Now, the question says how many kicks in 25 minutes? So, well, in minutes, 25. We'll plug in 25. And then how do you get from 1 to 25? Well, step 3 says multiply to find new rate. So 1 times 25 is 25. 2 times 25 is, and you can multiply right here off to the side, is 50. So your answer is 50. 50 kicks in 25 minutes. That's it. That's it. Go and try, let's try example 3. Example 3 says 5 videos are watched, 5 videos in 2 days. In 2 days. How many days to watch 8 videos? 8 videos. So 5 videos in 2 days. How many days to watch 8 videos? Well, step 1 says create your ratio table. So we know we're going to use a V for videos and D for days. All right. And go ahead and plug in the information that you know. So we know that we watch 5 videos in 2 days. And since we're looking at videos here, we're going to find the unit rate of videos. So go ahead and plug in your 1 right there. Plug in your 1. Okay. And 5 divided by what will give you 1? Well, that's divided by 5. And whatever you do from the top, you must do to the bottom. And 2 divided by 5 is, well, just work it out. 2 divided by 5. And just make sure you have enough room to show your work down here. 2 divided by 5. Well, can 5 go into 2? Well, it can't go into 2, so we put our decimal in a 0. How many times does 5 go into 20? Well, that's 4 times. 5 times 4 is 20, and 20 minus 20 is 0. So your answer is 0.4 days. Now it says how many days to watch 8 videos? Well, we plug in our 8. How do we get from 1 to 8? Well, times 8. And whatever we do to the top, we must do to the bottom. So times 8 on the bottom. And 0.4 times 8. Well, 8 times 4 is 32. So regroup the 3. 8 times 0 is 0. Plus 3 is 3. Now we have one decimal. We go over 1 time. We go over one time, so your answer is 3.2 days. 3.2 days. That's it. 3.2 days. Let's go and try one more. On example 4, go and write EX4. And on EX4 it says 10% every 2 hours. Every 2 hours. How much percent after 9 hours? After 9 hours. So the question is 10% every 2 hours. You're looking at iPhones. 10% is used every 2 hours. How much percent is used after 9 hours? Well, step 1 says create your ratio table. So we'll go and just create that ratio table with a percent sign. And we'll use H for hours. H for hours. Okay. And go ahead and fill in the information that you know. So we know that we use 10% every 2 hours. Okay. And then it says how much percent after 9 hours. So we're going to find our unit rate on hours. So we're going to put your 1 in hours. And 2 divided by what will give you 1? Well, that's 2. And 10 divided by 2, whatever you do from the bottom, you must do to the top. Divided by 2 is 5. And go and fill in the rest. We know that we're trying to find 9 hours, so we plug in 9 in hours. And step 3 says multiply to find new rate. 1 times we know is 9 will give you 9. And 5 times 9 is 45. So your answer is 45%. That's it. 45%. Go ahead and try examples 5 and 6 on your own. Go ahead and try 5 and 6 on your own. Number 5 says $40 every 4 lawns. Every 4 lawns. How much money after 9 lawns? How much money after 9 lawns? How much money after 9 lawns? And then example 6 says 12 burgers. This is sounding pretty good again, making me hungry. 12 burgers every 4 minutes. 12 burgers every 4 minutes. Pretty good. How many burgers in 18 minutes? In 18 minutes. All right, go and try numbers 5 and 6 on your own.